Hi, my name's Zack Hill. I am 22 years old, and I have Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a cancer of the lymphatic system. I got diagnosed when I was 18 years old, my senior year of high school. And just a little disclaimer ahead of time, this is the first video I've ever made in my life, so if it's a little choppy or not put together very well or it doesn't flow very well, I apologize. I'm just kind of winging it here, so bear with me. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I guess I'll start from the beginning. I got diagnosed when I was 18 years old, and I came home from wrestling practice and I was taking a shower, and I found like a mass on my collarbone. Went to a doctor, obviously, you know, did a biopsy, came back positive for Hodgkin's. So I started doing treatment right away, and you know, started doing treatment, you know, kind of, you know, being rebellious, just still, you know, going out, drinking, partying, you know, doing a lot of drugs and stuff while I was doing treatment, and just, you know, kind of whatever, I'm gonna die anyway, so might as well just, you know, just giving up pretty much. And so, you know, I dealt with that for a little while. I started doing chemo, and I started doing radiation. Chemo didn't work, then I started doing radiation, that didn't work. I came back 2 times. I did a stem cell transplant at Stanford, and yeah, it was very intense, a couple months. It was a couple month treatment, very high dosage of a lot of different chemotherapies. Yeah, I did that. It left me out of commission for a couple months, but I did that, and then 6 months later I did another PET scan, and what do you know, the cancer came back again. So at this point, you know, we were running out of options. They said I could do another stem cell transplant, which, yeah, absolutely not. I'd rather die. So they told me pretty much that, like, I could either do experimental therapies or you got 6 months. So at this point, we didn't know what we were gonna do, until one of my dad's coworkers came up to him and told him about this treatment that worked. I forgot if it was with his son or his little cousin, who had leukemia. He did this treatment, the Gerson treatment, which is a very popular holistic treatment for cancer and other ailments. So he started doing that, and he had success. He was able to cure his leukemia. So he told my dad about it, and so from at that point, I started to look into it, and I started doing research. I was like, you know what, I'm interested. I would like to be able to do this treatment myself. So I looked into it, and I went to one of their seminars in San Diego, and so yeah, I guess my system was too, God, stop texting me. Sorry about that. So I guess my system was too compromised to go do the actual treatment in Mexico, where they actually, you know, they pretty much supervise what you're doing and supervise what's going on, administer everything that you need. So I went home, and we had to do the therapy ourselves. That's why we went to the seminar. And so we started doing this treatment, and it's a very intense treatment, and especially if you live a normal, I guess what you would call a normal American lifestyle, diet and everything like that. It's a complete, you know, reality check. You have to change a lot of aspects of your diet and everything. So it was definitely a learning trial-error process, and it's still a trial-error process. I've been doing it for 1.5 years now. And yeah, so I started feeling better. My tumors started shrinking. They started going away, you know, and I started feeling great, you know, after obviously the first couple months of detoxing. I started feeling like normal again. I started feeling good, you know, instead of doing these chemo treatments that made me feel like shit and that obviously weren't working. I started to feel normal again. So you know, about 6 or 7 months in, I'm having great success and all that. So, you know what, I was like, you know, you could start lightening up a little bit, you know, you could start, you know, so I got a job, you know, started going to school, and if anyone who knows, if you go to school and you go to school full time and you work, you don't really have that much time, you know, free time. And when you're trying to battle a terminal illness, you should probably dedicate a lot of time to it. And yeah, I started losing track of that. You know, I started losing track of how time consuming everything was. So I started neglecting my health. I started neglecting my treatment because I thought, you know, you're beating this thing anyway. So like, you know, you could drink a little bit, you could do this, which drinking is horrible for your lymphatic system, especially when it's battling cancer. So I, about a couple months ago, I developed lymphedema, which obviously could be either from my cancer or the radiation treatment I did. So that was kind of my first initial sign that, okay, you know, things aren't going very well, you need to get back on track. And so I was being stubborn about it. I was like, no, you can't quit your job, you can't do all that, you need to keep on going forward because you've already lost so much time. And so, you know, I continued what I was doing. I was dealing with started going to physical therapy for my lymphedema and everything, and then kept on working, kept on neglecting my treatment, kept on going to school, and so pretty much, I would say it's been 4 or 5 days. 5 days ago, I noticed I found a tumor in my right armpit. Yeah, so obviously it was it was pretty intense, you know, like I worked so hard to live somewhat of a, you know, I had my life back, and I gave it all up. I fucked up. I lost track of what I was doing. So, you know, it just felt nice. Like I had my job that, you know, gave me my money that I earned, you know, and I was going to school. I was finally, like, you know, doing something with my fucking life besides, you know, like being the sick guy, you know. And it's up. 1 second. So I found out 4 or 5 days ago, you know, it was a huge reality check. You know, I was like, okay, you know, you need to get back onto what you're doing. So right away, I quit my job. Now I'm doing 3 or 4 treatments full-time on my own. So, you know, that's that. So now pretty much the whole reason why I'm trying to make this video is I pretty much wanted to start making a video log of, you know, everything I'm doing to battle this thing and to beat this thing, because I'm not going to let it beat me, you know. I'm going to go out swinging either way. So I know what it's like to feel like, you know, you're alone with the situation, and I kind of wish there's more videos out there about alternative treatments and stuff like that. There should be more of an attention on it, because I had more results of that in a short time period than I did, you know, 3 or 4 years of doing these treatments that are administered by doctors, you know. But anyways, so pretty much that's my story. I quit my job. Now I'm doing full-time treatment. I'm detoxifying my body right now. I'm doing everything right. I'm eating extremely clean. I'm juicing every day. I'm exercising. I'm running. I'm doing everything I can to beat this thing, and I'm not gonna let it beat me. But anyways, I wanted to start doing something now since I have free time. Number one, I got to keep myself occupied or I'm gonna go fucking nuts. And so I wanted to make this video to and I'm gonna post on a couple cancer support websites, and you know, just on some social media, just to get the word out there. And I'm gonna start doing a video log. I don't know if it's gonna be weekly or monthly. I haven't decided yet about my progress, and you know, yeah. So either way, thank you for listening. If anyone did, it's like a 9-minute video. So yeah, very poorly put together. Hopefully I get better at this over time. So yeah, thanks for listening to my story. If there's any questions, just go ahead and comment or send me a message. I'm sure I'll leave a link to my Facebook or something like that whenever I figure this out, which I don't know when I'm going to. But yeah, so thank you guys. Just if you're facing a situation like mine, never give up. You know, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I don't care what any doctor tells you. Keep on fighting, keep on persevering. People don't understand how, you know, it sounds cliche and it sounds like everything an old person would tell you, just like keep on going forward and never give up, but perseverance really is, it's a huge factor, and you can't let a terminal illness like this, the second you let it control you emotionally and mentally, that is when you lose. That is when you let it kill you. You have to be strong, and you have to keep on pushing forward, and you never fucking give up, you know? And anyways, I curse a lot too, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's about it. I hope this helped or was informative in some type of manner. So yeah, thanks for listening, and I hope I can help some people out.